Howdy y'all, I'm Ice Cold, and you're probably thinking, that title's unhinged. Who would call a video that? Me, of course, because KingsIsle keeps running these free world events without actually making them permanently free like we want them to. The release we long for, being a free Arc 1, or at least a free Wizard City, hasn't happened yet. Don't get me wrong, I think it's great they run these events somewhat regularly, but they've been doing this for around 5 years if memory serves, and they don't ever give any indication that they might consider making at least the rest of Wizard City free. Permanently, at least. I'd imagine they get an influx of players every time they run these events, but it could be, way more people playing if they really promoted the event, kind of like how those mobile games do. Even in our own community, streamers like Awesome the Sauce have landed sponsorship deals with mobile games that have a lot of money to throw around to use for promotion, and I don't really see why Wiz doesn't do the same with big streamers who play other games, other MMOs or RPGs, that type of thing, because it would fit in, with the genre. And I have seen them do a little bit of this before, but I think it would be way better if they could do it when, like membership was free, or kind of like this, where Wizard City and Krakatopia are free, that type of deal. And I think it would be a much better business move for them to do that, so that way people could experience more for free, because it is a free-to-play game after all. That's what it's marketed as. And, now that they've been acquired by GameGo, they definitely have the cash to throw around and promote the game. And this is absolutely the time to be doing it, because anytime they run one of these free promotion events, they need to promote the game in a big way to get people playing it. That way, they'll get people hooked, and when those people see they have to buy a membership to keep playing, okay, sure, most of them are going to be like, ah, damn, I really like this game too, but enough of them will cave and shell out the $10 to continue. Bonus points if KI runs that half-off deal, and there will be more people playing it long-term. Promotion of the events can't be where it ends, though. It's one thing to promote a temporary free event, like free membership or free Wizard City and Krakatopia, but KingsIsle also needs to follow through and make more of the game free permanently, hence the goofy out title. With Wallaroo now out, there are a total of 20 worlds, if you count Winter Tusk as a world, and the fact that we still only have part of one of them permanently free is a problem. That is less than 5% of this free-to-play game being actually free, and that's not even if you want to do it by quests instead of like parts of worlds and streets and all that. It's more like 1%, really, because there's like maybe 20-30 quests in Unicorn Way and Triton Avenue, and then it's like that's already 10% of what Chrysalis is, so go figure, mega that what you will. Way back when the game was first starting out and it was just Wizard City through Mushu, it at least was more like 20% of the game was free, but ever since 2009 that number has been steadily declining. I'd understand if making the entire first arc free was considered to be too much by the executives at GameGo or whatever, but at least making Wizard City free would be a great place for them to start. They could even use it for marketing, like, we finally made the last half of the first out of 20 worlds free, come play our game. And it would probably work. I mean, with the graphics update and all that, I think it would really be a great thing for them to do. People who played ages ago as kids would come back, wanting to finally check out, Firecat Alley, Cyclops Lane, and Colossus Boulevard even, if they wanted to check that out. And they might think, it might be worth checking out a bit more of this game I loved 13 years ago. I think it's worth the $10 investment for just a month. Now, obviously making the full first arc free would be the most preferable outcome, because with all the packs and gambling and all that, KingsIsle can definitely go on for at least another decade pretty safely, even if they do make the first arc permanently free. There's also the side worlds and other side content, like here in Aquila, to think about. Stuff like Aquila, Darkmoor, and really just a lot of the places that you farm. They might not make them free, but they'd definitely be there and could be alluring to someone trying to slog through early Dragonspire without Olympus gear and hating it, as you do. People might be interested in checking out Grizzleheim, Winter Tusk, and Mysteria, and if it means having to buy a membership, they might or might not do it, but making enough of the game free to where people would consider that honestly can't be a bad thing for the company, especially when they're already very sustainable with their current model, and the fact that their new parent company can definitely afford it. Best case scenario, KingsIsle looks into making more of the game free, and more people will want to play the game because of it. I think Wiz can definitely get back to where it was in the early 2010s if KingsIsle makes the right moves, and making more of the game free is definitely the first one they need to make, even if it's just making, 1 out of the 20 existing worlds free. And about, these events themselves, I think, like I said before, it's great that they do them, running free membership events somewhat often, running these, free Wizard City Crocotopia events somewhat often. But if they could just capitalize better on it, then I think that it's like I was saying, the game could easily get back to where it was, and so many people would be playing it, and the developers would make a lot of money, that type of thing, and I think, the company would really want to, do that. I see no reason why they would want to, and all they really have to do is just put in the work necessary. And, I could talk at length about graphics overhaul for Worlds Like Crocotopia, because right now, you finished Wizard City. Let me go to my guild house, and so you saw Crocotopia there. You saw Wizard City there, and you thought, it looks so great now. I'm really glad that they, updated the graphics and whatnot. But then, you go to Croc, and it looks like this. Cool. It's like there's no ceiling texture, and you walk out and it's all this low poly sand from 2008, and yeah, it would just be really, really great if KingsIsle were to put in the work and make the existing game better, and that way they could market things a lot better. They could definitely sell more, sponsorships to big streamers, and I think that would really help the health of the game. But, the ball's kind of in their court with that. It's really up to them if they are going to capitalize on running these free events and getting more players from them and whatnot. So we'll just have to see what they do. It's really up to them to promote the game to people who haven't played it. So that's just my take on things. So thank y'all for watching. I've been Ice Gold. Be sure to like, subscribe, and leave like 50 comments for the algorithm. My Discord is down in the description if you want to chat with me some more, and I will see y'all later.